Hey, what's up you guys? This is Cryptic Chris. You're about to see 12 of the scariest cryptids in Ohio. Come join us.
Number 12, Akron Dark Digger.
In this short clip, two girls are driving next to the Akron Cemetery when they come across something strange. It looks like a dark humanoid type creature digging rapidly. Could this be a real Ohio cryptid or a clever hoax? You decide. This video was originally uploaded to a Cryptic site, then re-uploaded to Now You Know a year ago. If you want a full commentary, why not go to Now You Know's YouTube channel and give it a watch.
Number 11, Grassman.
The first sightings of the Grassman starts in the 1860s. Grassman is said to be a gigantic 9-foot tall creature that looks a lot like a Bigfoot. Grassman is also said to be 300 pounds with greenish-brown fur, a creature that stands on 2 legs. It eats tall grass, mostly, which is where it gets its name from. Its diet also consists of wheat products from abandoned farms and wild game. Ohio was so unpopulated when the sightings began, it was easy for it to find water sources, wild game, places for shelter, and abandoned farms. It is said to be more social than Bigfoot, and there is said to be more than one. It is also reported that there are mother grass people with babies. Not wanting to be politically incorrect, I'm not assuming its gender. The most famous sighting for this creature was by the Catons in the 1970s. The family was enjoying a quiet evening with their children, grandchildren, and a few friends. The Catons were relaxing in their home when suddenly their children and a few of their friends came screaming through the door. Scared to death, they told Evelyn and Hal that while they were playing outside, they came across a monster in a gravel pit. Unsure of what to do, but the fear of the children, the pair headed outside and saw the creature. Evelyn said the Grassman simply stood there, although she hightailed it out of there quickly after witnessing it. The Catons saw the creature more than once after this first encounter and knew it had passed through, as it leaves a rotten egg smell wherever it goes. The creature had apparently never stole anything or made a disruption, which made it an odd creature compared to others.
Number 10, Mill Lake Monster.
There is a story at Charles Mill Lake Marina that most cryptid fans dream about. This isn't an old fishing story about the biggest catch or a fairy tale about a dragon. This creature is known as the Charles Mill Lake Monster. It was first sighted in the 1950s, where it terrified 2 boys who unfortunately came face to face with the creature. The monster is a huge armless humanoid with luminous green eyes and large webbed feet. 3 teens had also seen it while hiking and ran away from the creature. The teens contacted authorities to investigate the shores, which the police claimed to have found a series of footprints that looked like they were from a diver. The owner of the marina has said he can't remember if anyone has come to him about the monster, also stating he knew nothing until the legend was posted up at the marina.
Number 9, Minerva Monster.
Another Bigfoot-type cryptid known around Ohio is the Minerva Monster. It lurked around the wooded areas in the 1970s and even has a movie adaptation. A man from Minerva had claimed to have heard the Minerva Monster in 2012. Even though he never saw the monster, he said it could have also been some drunks in the woods making growling noises, What makes Bigfoot so popular in Ohio? Is it something in the water, or is it the agriculture? Since we already know about Bigfoot type cryptids, I'm going to make this portion short and sweet.
Number 8, Loveland frogmen.
In Loveland, Ohio, there's a creature called the Loveland frogmen. Standing at around 4 foot tall and about 150 pounds, these humanoid frog creatures have been haunting Ohio since the 1950s. The Loveland frogmen got more attention in the 1970s when the Loveland police shot and killed a large amphibious-like creature and killed it. They've become a legend in Ohio and even adapted into a musical. A couple hiding in an area, ironically named Lover's Lane, had an encounter with the frogmen in the early 2000s. Two teenagers were playing Pokemon Go when they encountered the creature. Could these people have actually seen a real Battletoad? Come to Ohio and find out for yourselves.
Number 7, Crosswick monster.
In Crosswick, Ohio, there is a creature called the Crosswick Monster. Originally seen in the 1880s, this large lizard-type creature was said to be 6 foot long from snout to tail and about 200 pounds, and looks like a giant salamander. Some men were fishing at a lake in Crosswick when they ran across some teenagers screaming and running. Curious, they took a walk with the boys to see what they were so afraid of. The monster had crawled back into the tree to hide as they watched. Sometime later, 60 of the residents had went to the tree with clubs, axes, and other weapons. While chopping at the hiding place, waiting for the creature to come out, it popped out from a hole at the top. The locals were terrified as the creature stood up on 2 legs and hissed at them. It waddled into the woods while some gave chase, others ran away.
Number 6, Lake Erie monster.
In the waters of Lake Erie near Sandusky, Ohio, there is a creature called Bessie, the Lake Erie monster. This creature has been recorded as far back as the 1790s and seems to be over 17 foot long and over 1,000 pounds, as claimed by a captain. From this point on, there have been records of a large serpent or dinosaur-like creature nicknamed Bessie. It has been said that this creature has sunk some ships and is said to be shaped like a sturgeon. I'll let you watch a video so you can see for yourself.
Number 5, Orange Eyes.
In Mansfield, Ohio, there's a creature called Orange Eyes. There are recordings of this creature dating back to the 1950s. It is said to be 11 foot tall and around 400 pounds. This creature was said to have lived under a cemetery in peace until his home was destroyed with nowhere to go. Orange Eyes was after the destructors. 3 panic-stricken teenagers discovered the orange-eyed hairless monster while walking down an old country road. While so much is shrouded in mystery with this one, something is certain. You don't want to run into this thing in the middle of the night.
Number 4, Mothman.
In Point Pleasant, Ohio, there's a creature called Mothman. There are recordings of this creature dating back to the 1960s. It is said to be 10 foot tall and around 300 pounds. This creature could be more than just a cryptid, as it is said it can see an event or tragedy happen before it happens. An example of this is the Silver Bridge between Ohio and West Virginia collapsing. This is what gained nationwide attention of Mothman. Mothman is a good story if you want to listen, and that's the reason it's at number 4.
Number 3, Dogman.
In multiple cities in Ohio, there are creatures called the Dogmen. There isn't much known about this creature, but there are encounters where it has been seen, but nothing exciting. If you want more info on this one, I'll leave it in the description below.
Number 2, Faceless Crier.
Around Hillsboro, Ohio, there's a creature called the Faceless Crier. The first encounter of this creature was in 2018. It's said to be about 7 foot tall and about 200 pounds. While a family was on their way back home from Hillsboro, Ohio, they had to stop to take a restroom break. They pulled over to an abandoned truck stop, thinking it was still open. While the guys got out and did their business, they saw a man with his face in his arms. The son went over asking if the man was okay. When the man lifted up It had no face. Running back to the car yelling, "Go!" the family asked what was the matter.
Number 1, melonheads.
In Chardon, Ohio, there are creatures called melonheads. The first record of the melonheads was in the 1800s. It is said that in the woods of Chardon, Ohio was a desolate place where Dr. Crow would do horrible experiments to children from the nearby hospital. These children end up getting older and experimenting on children and teens, much in the same way they were experimented on. It's said you could still see these melonheads along roads on the countryside. That's all for now. I hope I didn't scare you too much. If you like this video, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you and have a nice day. We'll see you in the next one.